I think it's on the right channels. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit the record button, and we can just go ahead and kick this puppy right off. What do you say?
I'm updating my arrival order.
Oh, I got things to ask you about, too.
Arrival?
No. Order things. Okay.
I don't know. I just work here.
Hey, everybody, I'm Brian.
And I'm Joey.
Welcome to Maryland Fishing Line, episode 46. Today is Tuesday, April 20th, 2021.
2021.
Welcome back, everybody. After a couple of weeks away, I was down in Texas guiding a bike tour through the hill country between San Antonio and Austin, and it was a couple of weeks off. Did you enjoy your little vacay? Your little vacation, Joey? Your little time away?
Like I told you, me and Jess were working at the table last Tuesday till like 9 o'clock.
You sent me...
I was still doing paperwork.
You sent me a bunch of fish pictures, too.
Oh, that was 1 day's worth.
That was just 1 day's worth? Okay, well, I'm very curious to see, hear all about your fishing adventures while I was in Texas. I'm excited to hear about that. Phil is here. Thank you, Phil, for welcoming back Sean. Hey, what's up, buddy? It's good to be back in Maryland. I enjoyed Texas, but I'll be honest with you, I missed Maryland. We were just talking about on the last podcast. It's like I missed the trees. Everything out there is like, it's open and wide and... What are you looking at the live stream? What's going on?
I was making fun of you.
Okay. Hey, Paul.
Paul's here.
Yeah, let's take a look at what's going on around the state. Joey, you want to kick off with the first one?
People are getting their COVID shots. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You got yours. I got mine. We're vaccinated.
Yeah.
We're vaccinated.
We have our microchips. We might have 4 legs in a year. Who knows?
Who cares?
Yeah,
that's
it is
okay.
what it is.
We're just gonna have to get another shot in a year. That's all that matters. It's hopefully they'll roll the COVID into the bundle for the flu shot. Hopefully that's what they'll start doing.
That's like Flow. You're bundling.
Yeah, you bundle everything and you get one shot, and it's like this big, and it's like a fire hose they stick in your arm.
It's like you can go to your favorite fast. You can go to Chick-fil-A and get a number 1 spicy or 2 spicy, and then you get your shot at the same time.
Do you want the flu and COVID, or do you just want flu, or just want COVID? What are you after here today?
You want to emphasize that? All right, stripers aren't. Oh, yeah, it's gonna say.
Yep.
It's like don't be fishing for stripers. Stripers in the middle of their spawn. So if you think they will be bycatch, make sure to ready to be handle them quickly for the release and use circle hooks if you're tossing around live bait.
Catfish.
Although you shouldn't be tossing around live bait.
Well, for catfish, if you're fishing for catfish, for catfish, you might have some, cut bait.
Do you catfish a lot?
No, I was actually out looking today. We'll talk about that later.
Catfish, catfishing.
No, catfishing, the activity.
Marcus was telling me the day I was on the phone with him, and his son was watching catfish videos. I thought he was watching like YouTube videos of people catfishing.
Catfishing,
yeah. I was like, oh, the fish? And he's like, no.
Speaking of catfish in the tidal waters are very active at the moment along channel edges. So if you're looking for catfish, now's the time to go get them because they're around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. We're off our game.
American and Hickory Shad Run is ongoing in the tidal Potomac near the district. Throw shad darts and small spoons near the bottom.
You ever fish for them?
Yeah.
I caught a shad, American shad, last year up in
Not a European?
No, in the Patuxent.
Oh, we used to catch them all the time up at the nuke plant when the nuke plant was a big thing.
Yeah.
We would catch them just behind the outflow.
Yeah.
Behind the boil. With our take fly rods up or over at the rocks, and I've caught them over in the Eastern Shore, and I've been to Fletcher's a couple times.
I understand they're fun to catch.
Oh, it's a blast! It's like little poor man's tarpon.
Yeah. I've never fished for them, so
it's like a thing if you're up in the city.
Really?
Yeah, going out to the Potomac. Yeah.
I see a lot of people posting pictures right now. Yeah. The socials are full of shad pictures.
Yeah.
So
at least they're not shad pictures.
I have always thought of shad as being like bait.
Oh.
You cut shad for. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know.
I cut cheese.
Largemouth are close to the spawn. Those scrappy little males are making their beds and trying to lure the ladies in to check them out. So you're starting to see those little tiny males, and if you're looking for those fish, you got to get through those little males to actually find those big females. So those big females are full of eggs right now.
Yeah.
If you catch them, watch out. Handle them easily. Make sure that there's more little baby largemouth in the future. Little baby fish.
Little baby large.
I actually like catching because like when I went a few weeks ago before I left for Texas, what seems like many moons ago.
It was about 4
when
months,
I went to
I told
Texas. I was out fishing and I was catching a lot of those little largemouth, and it actually felt good to catch those little largemouth.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead. What's going on? I don't know.
Michael's here. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Kaz Kinney, 175 American shad so far at the Conowingo. Jeez, it's a lot of fish.
Yeah, it's a lot of fish. Hey, Kaz. What's up, buddy? Good to see you here.
Let's see.
Dorchester.
Shad,
Dorchester.
If you find the shad, they can be pretty easy.
Wait, I want to give Kaz a shout out here.
Sorry,
Blackwater's Edge. Kaz is here. Good to see you, buddy.
Super Kaz?
Yeah, Super Kaz. Good to see you, buddy. I know they're catching. They're pulling snakehead out of the Conowingo too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they're pulling snakehead out of the Conowingo and dispatching
Where
them.
aren't they pulling snake out of? My
I know,
toilet?
right. Well, no, I think I just saw
You
one.
just saw
I
one in there?
just in your bathroom, and there was a snakehead in there.
I left that this morning for you. Northern snakehead. Hot. You missed that in the last one.
I know, I got it this time now.
Fish while paddle tails or drop a minnow under. Sorry, I'm in the toilet.
I don't know what you're doing
Hot right now. Fish while paddle tails or drop a minnow under a bobber to enjoy the fight for some tasty fish.
And some tasty fish.
Yeah.
They're good to eat. Yeah. I think that's probably the best thing that's the only good thing about them.
I think Captain Smith sometimes has them on ice.
Really?
Out here in Solomon's, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Very good. That's you know.
Jerry still has probably mine in his freezer.
I would love it if we could get people to actually start stocking them because they are such a good fish, and I think that would really help out.
Start stocking them in the water or like
no,
in the restaurant?
in restaurants. Restaurants. Get restaurants to serve.
There's places in D.C. that it was like a delicacy.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like if we could get like the blue catfish, you know, they serve that in like the pens and the penitentiaries. So that's where
I love catfish.
I love
That's
catfish
the one
too.
fish I will keep.
We had catfish down in Texas, little blackened catfish.
You had like a po' boy too or something on your way down, didn't you?
No, I stopped in
Where did you
Louisiana.
Yeah.
So I was in Louisiana,
lucky.
and I had blackened redfish with over crawfish etouffee.
Oh yeah,
and it was
I'm so jealous.
it was on point.
That's actually
It
one of
was
the
so good.
last places I need to visit, other than going to like Maine.
You not been to Louisiana?
No.
Oh,
I
c'est
want to full
bon.
on. I want to go for a weekend. Take
C'est
Jess.
bon.
Probably not COVID.
You
times.
go down there. You
Just want to go eat.
You go down, eat some food,
We'll go gator.
some gator. But the
I'm
true
gonna go with the little bit
Acadians,
guy.
the true Acadians, those Cajuns.
Oh yeah,
Those crazy Cajuns with their
Crazy.
crawfish. It's crawfish season right
I want
now.
a crawfish boil so bad.
So when I was driving through
Cajun
Louisiana, it's like full fields
Yeah.
of just water, and their little boats are out there with their little paddle wheel things on the front of them, pulling up the crawfish and the little water spouts. It's crawfish season right now.
I want a crawfish boil
Some
so bad.
boudin, some cracklings.
I was
some cracklings. I did when I went through. I didn't have some boudin, but I had some cracklings. I love me some cracklings.
I need to every so often Captain Smith's will get crawfish.
Yeah.
I was doing like those low country boils last year. I'm gonna do one with crawfish,
love
like a real crawfish boil.
Doesn't Popeyes doesn't they have
Popeyes?
crawfish every once in a while? I don't know.
Maybe I don't know if I think I'm gonna get that from Popeyes.
Okay. No, I've had them from Popeyes. So,
Man, did I tell you about the Popeyes? I was driving back from North Carolina with a kayak. Have we recorded since that?
Nope. I've been gone 2 weeks, dude.
I think I got those 3 weeks ago.
I've been gone 2 weeks, and it was you went down and you told me about the.
Was that on the podcast?
No, it wasn't on the podcast because you had the whole like your brakes locked up. Maybe it was. Maybe it was on 45.
I was doing like
I can't
70
remember.
on 95 with a big old 2500.
Yeah.
Luckily, the truck countered the weight of the trailer that was locking up a couple times. No.
Yeah. I can't remember whether it was on podcast or not. Everything runs together anymore. Life just
I don't
runs
remember.
together.
But
Texas kicked my butt.
We
dude.
stopped in the
I'm tired.
busiest town that we could have stopped with the biggest truck you could put on the road and a 20-something foot trailer.
Where did you stop?
It's the last exit before you get into VA and the North Carolina side. It's by that like weird movie theater thing I always see on 95 when I go down. We went on the quiet side and we came out and I've stopped there all the time with Jessica because there's a Chick-fil-A.
Is that Roanoke Rapids?
Maybe. I think so.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I didn't realize how congested it was. Man, luckily, I don't think Paul realized, like, I made it look like I was an excellent driver, but Paul didn't realize, like, how like, oh my god, I'm gonna take.
So it was the
someone out.
electronic braking that
I had an issue there. I'm just talking about
Okay.
like it was like freaking rush hour there,
Oh.
and luckily we found Popeyes. But me and Paul got like these sandwiches were still dripping from oil from the
dripping
fryer.
the hot grease.
Oh my god, I lost feeling in my tongue for about 5 minutes. Best sandwich I've ever had though. That was the best Popeye sandwich.
So I don't travel that 95 corridor too much unless I'm going to Florida for my daughter. I'm always over on 85
did it, like,
or
Back-to-back weeks, and then I'm going down there and an out and back next week.
when I went down to Texas, I went out 81.
Oh,
And,
I like 81 a lot.
And ended up in Knoxville. I spent the first night this side of Knoxville, and then I made it down into Louisiana the next night, and then on into Texas, and then coming back because we didn't get I got a real late start out of New Braunfels on Friday. So I didn't even get out of Texas on Friday night. So I had 2 long drive days. So I stayed in Texas one night and then stayed in. Oh my God, I can't even remember. It was somewhere around Atlanta.
Bottle
somewhere
Battery?
around Atlanta. Yeah, no, Bottle Battery. Me and Thibodeau. down in Louisiana. C'est bon. C'est bon. I guess some other things I've learned some
weird stuff.
I've learned some weird Louisiana slang, and I'm not allowed to use that. So
I like
it's
the
not
I like the
bad.
North
It's just
Carolina slang.
some of the Louisiana slang sounds like it's highly, highly, highly offensive, but it's the way they talk, and I don't want to do any of that. No, I'm not going to use some of those words, but the c'est bon, it's good.
You keep that
it's
over there.
good, Thibodeau, it's good.
I'll be back.
I've done 2 tours in Louisiana.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten to fish down there. I would love to fish down
So, like I
Louisiana
said,
redfish.
I would love to go red fishing.
Yeah.
But I would like to go just for like a weekend and just eat and go see stuff with Jess.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did
Maybe
when I went on
fish.
a bike tour down there. Like literally just a rolling eating. It's like everywhere you went. And the boudin. The boudin is so good.
I'm hoping I'm doing an out and back to Wilmington again because the kayaks I'm picking up are $250 a boat to ship.
Okay.
So I
Good
am not
Lord.
like no
Good.
trailer, just a truck this time.
What are you going to What boats are you picking up in Wilmington?
Some liquid from
Liquid
Hurricane.
Logic?
So I'm having them shipped over from Fletcher, which is Asheville, because it's a lot quicker for me than it's a straight shot to get to Warsaw.
Okay.
So a Slayer Max 10, some Liquid Logics. The Liquid Logics are a little bit cheaper, but natives are like $250 a boat to ship, and their other ones are almost $200. So it's $1,000+ delivery, or I use our work truck instead of renting a big old 2,500, no trailer. It's probably $150.
When you go down to Wilmington, why don't you just stay an extra day and fish while you're there?
If I could figure that out, sometimes I got to get there like on a Friday or Monday, and
Well, Wilmington's not that far. It's
5 hours.
It's 5 hours. If
I'd go to Swansboro to fish.
But if you got up early, and,
I
and
left at 4 a.m. last
bolted
time.
out, you could have a whole afternoon and evening of fish,
Yeah.
and then you could fish the next morning,
But then leave.
and still get back, and it's still just a day down and a day back.
If I don't know.
I'd do that if I were you.
I'd have to go. Actually, what I would do is I would leave on a Saturday night, fish Sunday, Monday morning, pick up kayaks, and come home.
Okay. Well, I mean, you ought to figure out a way to get yourself some time to fish when you're down there because, you get to go. I want to go first with my catch up because you've got a whole lot more to talk about because I've been on a bike for 2 weeks in Texas. But so that's all I've been doing. But I did take the boats out this afternoon. Texas kicked my butt, dude. I was telling you, I got home Sunday at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I slept 3 hours. I got up the next morning, went back to bed. It's just that all that driving just kicked my butt. But I did take the boats out, one of the boats out this afternoon, just to kind of fart around on the creek and see what was out there. But I was telling you earlier, that boat was like full of water from the rain. I don't know where it came from, but I need to figure that out or else I got to drop a bilge pump or some kind of system into that boat because it was legit full of rainwater. It was definitely rainwater. So maybe I'd taken one of the scupper plugs out. So maybe some of the water had built up and then it sat on some of those seals and it actually kind of leaked in the boat that way. I don't know. I gotta figure that out because it took me a long time to get all that water out of those boats. I didn't see much on the creek today. I saw one probably looked like a carp rolling around. I did see some bait fish though. I did see a lot of bait fish today up in some of the shallows and I was chasing I saw some eagles. I was chasing some eagles up into a little cut because I was trying to get a better picture of them with my iPhone than I probably shouldn't have been able to get, and I never did actually get a good picture of them. But when I was up in there and I had to pull the drive, there's lots of grass, shallow water, and I saw a lot of bait fish up in there. So, it won't be long. The water temperatures were 65 degrees, 64, 65 degrees up in those shallows. So it's not going to be long. I'm really hoping to start seeing some activity on the puppy drum and redfish. I went down to my little island, my little spot out in the middle of the creek. It's got that little horseshoe island sandbar thing, and I kind of worked the edges of that on the channel side, on the back side, and just to see if there was any kind of activity there. But there's just nothing there. And I was real careful. I know there are rockfish in there, so I was real careful with where I was throwing and what I was throwing, and just didn't want to play that game. That's about me. But I know that you have been fishing a lot the last couple of weeks, right?
No, I fished twice. I wish I could tell you I fished more.
More times than I fished. But you sent me some pictures of some fish.
I'm trying to think. Like, I was talking to Dave today. Dave was in the shop doing some Dominion work. Mm-hmm. So the first whatever SOMD Yak Anglers meetup, I technically canceled again because we had weather moving in, and it looked like up until like 10 o'clock it was going to be nasty. Mm-hmm. We were shooting for 8, and I know Sunday morning's probably easier. So technically canceled it, and then we finished setting up my dad's. We got 90% of the way on my dad's kayak Saturday night. So me and him were going to go out. I was like, well, let's just go anyway.
Sure.
So we planned on going to the lake around 11 or 12, and then I think I put something because Chris and Sean were talking about it. So ended up going over, and Marcus was texting me. So I got to the lake around noon after we had put in the... me and my dad are buying a trailer. Long story short. Or just reorganizing better. Anyway. So we get to the lake. Sean just finished up. Sean was
he's coming off, and you're coming off.
He's coming off. So we met him in the parking lot. Marcus was there, and Chris was there, and me and my dad. And there was some other man. I don't know if they listened, but we were getting off the water, and there's a couple in some Hobie Outbacks. Mm-hmm. They didn't even say a word to me, so I automatically looked at the guys. I'm like, freaking Hobie owners, but literally like zero courtesy. If they listened, maybe I don't know. I was like, all right, whatever. I was trying to be friendly, like, hey, how's it going? And they just kind of gave me the Canadian middle finger. I don't know what that is at all, but I just made it up.
It's a very polite. The Canadian middle finger is a very polite.
That's the Hobie, Hobie way.
Okay.
Sorry, Hobie owners. Sorry, Jerry, Charles. But they're beautiful boats. They're blue Outbacks. They're like this nice soft blue too. Yeah. I freaking loved them. But
that sounds
we had the native fleet out there. I'll tell you that. We took St. Mary's Lake by storm.
Right.
No, it was a good day. The wind picked up a little bit. I think I caught 12 or 15 fish.
Nice.
I think Chris caught one and Marcus accidentally caught one. I had a very successful day. I found a really nice school of yellow perch out there, and I went out. I took a spinning rod, but I took 2 fly rods, and I was using one of my fiberglass 6 weights that I love. And I was just throwing a little tiny clouser, like electric chicken colors. Mm-hmm. And I didn't change my fly the whole day. I had half a dozen plus really thick yellow perch.
I saw the pictures.
Really nice. Yeah. 1.5, maybe one of them was like a 2-pound largemouth. A bunch of those. I caught some really fat bluegill, like really fat, and a really nice pickerel. It was a good day. I had fun. And that little 6 weight, the fiberglass pole, and it's like this.
Yeah.
I had a blast. I was out there I'm not the biggest freshwater fan anymore, especially the small. I don't know. I love like Mattawoman and stuff when the topwater's hot, but it was actually I had a blast.
Well, I think what it is for us is freshwater right now is the place to be, and then for where I am, it's just going to be that transition over into. I really won't have any fish to fish for until I can actually really hardcore fish for the rockfish in mid-May in the creek.
They did that. I think everyone had a good day. Mm-hmm. There was me and my dad were trying to go to that Asian market to get some what are the Filipino roll
Oh, I can't remember. I know it's good
The
stuff
egg-
down there.
oh yeah, the Olympia.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
apparently that's moved. That
Yeah.
whole thing closed down and moved.
No
The
way,
whole
really?
market- Yeah.
Where is it now?
I don't know. It's the St. Mary's Shopping Center. Like, what the frick is? Yeah, that's what I said.
Where is that?
Some guy out in the parking lot was like, "Oh, they moved to the St. Mary's Shopping Center." Where's the St. Mary's Shopping Center?
Oh, that's going to be hard to find. If anybody in the live stream knows where
Where's the
that,
St. Mary's Shopping Center?
where that is, or where the Asian place has gone to, I need to know that.
Um,
Nina's, yes, that's the name of the place. Thank you, Michael. But
Yeah.
where is it now?
Yeah,
we
where
don't
is it?
know. We don't know. We can't.
well, my problem is usually when I go that way, I go to Swata D. I go to Jokey's place up on Great Mills.
I don't like Swatty.
I freaking
I
love
know
Swatty
you
D.
love Swatty. I'm not a big
they're-
Swatty fan.
Man, I've been getting
Whatever.
their Thai
Whatever.
fried rice recently. Oh, man. I got a 5 the other day, and
You got a what?
I got like 5 out of 10 on the Thai spice level.
What are
That
you
is hot.
slacking? Do a 10 out of 10.
There's no way anyone could eat a 10 out of 10. I had
What's
a
your
7.
highest out of 10 that you
I
could
tried
do?
a
You did
7.
You tried a 7?
Paul came down to work with me a few weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Paul got a 7 and about cried.
Okay.
He's Mr. World I took a
You know,
bite.
I'm admitting it right now, but you like the hot stuff, so you should be able to do at least an 8 out of 10.
An 8 out of 10. I will
You
be in
should do
the
it-
hospital because I'm.
Why don't you do a 7 out of 10 then? I don't want to hear about this. You're not hard enough. You're trying hard enough.
It's up a few hours later where the capsaicin is burns your sphincter.
Oh wait, we got Michael says right off of Great Mill Road, near-ish the base. Those are great directions.
Yeah.
That's like it's like Siri on my phone. It's like useless. Buy Big Lots. Okay, now I know. See Sean.
okay, yeah.
Sean gives good information. Thank you, Sean. Michael, you're out of direction.
That's by
giving.
the old Bon Buffet. I love Bon Buffet growing up.
I don't even know.
I don't even
want to
know what I ate there, but what was I
but I
saying?
definitely think you should be able to do at least a 7 or.
Oh,
8
I
out
could
of
do
10.
a 7, but it will be painful later.
I could do.
You know, the capsaicin from the peppers, still stays in your system.
I could
and
do-
it burns your sphincter.
I could do a none out of 10 is what I would do. And I'll admit that. But you are the hot guy. You're the hot
I
guy.
love hot, but like I said,
You like being the hot guy.
hot,
So, I mean,
hot.
it's your role. It's your lot in life to be the hot guy.
Where were we? Great
I don't
day.
even know what we're
Like,
talking
so real quickly, I fished the creek the day before Rockfish technically shut down. That was a while ago, right? I think I already
yeah, that was
talked
the
about that.
end of March.
I think I already talked about
Yeah,
that.
because it's been shut down over all of April.
Yeah.
Which is why I didn't
I
feel
went
bad
out for
about being
redfish
in
and
Texas.
perch in the creek.
Do you know in Texas, in the Guadalupe River, they stock
The Guadalupe
trout.
bass.
The Guadalupe River, they stock
Yeah.
trout.
Don't they have a good bass species? Guadalupe bass or something?
Well, see, there's so many cattle that the water is basically green from nutrients.
Oh.
It's disgusting. It's like you look
Nutria?
at it. No, nutrients. You look at it and you go, oh, look, that water's a pretty green. And then you realize it's all because of, cow poop. That's why the water's
Oh.
that green. It's got this algae and slime and diddy moss stuff. It's just, it's
Didymo?
yeah, that stuff. The Didymo.
Yeah.
That stuff. It looks what it looks like. It's just the slime water.
Oh.
But there's a one spot on the Guadalupe River where these guys they stock over the winter. They stock a bunch of trout, and you actually have to buy a permit to fish in the Guadalupe River. And you'll see them out there with their fly rods, and they're pulling trout out of this water. There's just no way these trout. I'm sure these trout are like, where are we?
I think there's a guy, Alvin Dido, who has a YouTube channel, and he's a big fly fisherman, and
Yeah.
he's one of the Eddie guys. He's done a lot, I think, down there in the Guadalupe.
Yeah.
He talks great about it in some areas.
Oh, it's pretty water.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rock, but it's a man-made dam, and it creates canyon lake, and then the water. It's not a spill. It's not a spillway. The water doesn't come off of the top down into the river. They actually pull the water from the bottom of the lake, so it's super cold.
Oh, it's
when
like
it comes.
what is that called? Like a
I don't know what it's called.
what do they call it? The trout streams. I don't know. I have a brain for it.
I don't know, but it's a weird. It's weird. It's very
Yeah.
weird. Pretty place though.
Yeah.
Really pretty place.
Usually the trout streams that are like that, the fish are so freaking smart. They just have histories. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if any of them last through the summer because I do think it does eventually heat up, and then the water level goes down.
Is Texas hot?
Is Texas hot?
Yep.
Is Texas dry? Is Texas hot? I enjoy.
I think I already talked about the creek like 3 weeks ago. I don't know.
I don't know.
Nothing to talk about.
Yeah. There was nothing for me.
Nothing going on. And it was a horribly windy day. I spent like 3 hours I wasted.
Well, I feel like the weather's supposed to turn again now that I've gotten back,
Yeah.
and now it's supposed
It
to get.
hasn't been really warm while you were gone.
Okay.
It was, I would say, comfortable. Like
Okay.
mornings were
That's
like
good though.
Saturday on the bike ride. It started like at 42 degrees,
I've been
like 50 by the time I'm done. An hour or two later.
I was trying to keep up with the socials, but I mean, you're working a bike tour. It's like from 6 o'clock in the morning till
Oh, it's like working a bike.
8 o'clock at night, and you're tired, and you just want to and then you got to get into a tent and go to sleep. I slept really good down in Texas because the temperatures, the overnight lows were just right.
Sleeping weather.
Sleeping weather with a couple of sleeping pills and a little bit of Netflix, and I'm
you
out,
take sleeping
baby.
pills too?
When I'm camping, I do. When
I take them every
when
day.
I'm working a bike tour, I do.
Oh.
Not like Ambien, not like knock you out, just a little sleep aid kind of thing. Just a
I
little
take like
something.
a Tylenol sleep aid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Something like that.
take that with some
just to get a
whiskey
little
and you're
bit.
good to go.
Yeah.
So what I was coming back to.
I'm sorry.
So no, I forgot. I said I would. So the two Titans. So I used to take melatonin, Michael, and now I just take like a straight Tylenol sleep aid.
Yeah.
Knocks me out, especially with alcohol. But I don't drink.
I take melatonin before I come see Joey.
Yeah.
I get so wired and so excited that I can't.
You don't drink alcohol anymore with me.
Well, we've stopped drinking beer. I've stopped
I
drinking
started
beer.
drinking beer again.
Well, no, I've stopped drinking beer.
Oh,
I don't really drink beer, and that's why if I brought the bourbon, now everybody knows from the last podcast, but I got you a
top-notch bourbon.
top-notch bourbon that I brought home.
And you didn't realize I was hunting it down for the last month.
Garrison Brothers Honeydew Bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
Straight from the distillery with the
I am.
bottle
Like I said,
recorded. And
I'm just going to... I don't want to open it for a while. I just want to stare at it for a while.
it's a beautiful bottle.
Yeah.
And we'll have it next week. Well, I'm so off my game tonight that I totally forgot
The Green
to bring
Doctor, yeah. Well, today is that day, Michael. So, first time putting two Titans set up in my truck. So, like my 12 takes up the whole
Yeah.
bed.
It's a big
truck
boat.
in my bed. So we get to my dad's, and my dad's not tall. I'm only 6 foot tall, so I'm not tall. And my truck's a little bit higher than normal than a regular truck, and I have a ladder rack, so mine was in the back. And somehow, easily, we did get his tin on my top of my truck.
Okay.
And we drove to the lake, and again back, we tried to stack them, but I think the problem with stacking, it's still getting a 100+ pound boat on top of another boat that's already up there.
Yeah.
Because I saw some guy make some really nice wooden, and he lined them with like felt on these blocks, so it kept the boat separated without. Because like I took my seat off and I had my boondocks on there, and then Marcus had some like bumpers from a boat. So I don't know. Like Boondocks actually has like a whole thing you could put on your truck bed and like have a second tier, and it slides back. It's like $1,000 setup.
Wow.
So I barely have looked some up, but I don't know. We're gonna start looking at trailers.
You can do Malone?
I haven't got a chance to get the Malone stuff all the way up. I've asked him for a couple things, and I haven't seen anything back.
Okay.
Either a Malone or do what we did with our shop trailer, where we built out one of the Lowe's trailers.
Harbor Freight.
Well, we were talking about Harbor Freight, but then having to redo everything and then rebuild it.
What do you mean?
I have my dad
having to
use his
rebuild it?
military discount at Lowe's, because that works on those trailers.
Oh, with the utility trailer? Just
Yeah.
a straight up
We just
utility
need-
trailer?
And then if I get rid of my truck, then I'll just take the ladder rack off my truck and put it on the utility trailer. Or I
Yeah.
have the H-beams I built out of steel
Yeah.
for utility trailer at the at the shop.
Because you definitely want to do a 2-level.
It makes
on that,
sense,
yeah.
unless you have it's just, those boats are bigger than you think.
Oh, yeah. Trying to put them side by
Like
side.
I joked with Marcus, because Marcus has the Power Wagon, and he built out Dr. T's boat, I think I've been talking about. Looks great. He did an amazing job, which I might have talked about already.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
But I joked, I was like, this is going to take up the whole bed of your truck, because the Power Wagon he has doesn't have like, the fender or they built all the storage on the side, so his truck bed is just straight.
It's narrow.
Cement. Yeah.
It doesn't.
It takes
have,
up the whole.
Doesn't have the wheel wells because they
Yeah.
actually put the
Yeah, and he has a lot of
storage,
storage, which I honestly would love. I would rather have that than my truck bed. For what I do, it fits what I need.
Yeah.
And he has a big 2500, but
Yeah.
Anyway, because he has a Slayer Max he puts in there that takes up most of the room.
Whole
but
thing.
He built out that Titan 12.
The whole thing. Yep.
So we started looking. I keep checking all over, and then I just keep getting busy.
It's just the hassle of a trailer, dude. It is. It's,
that too, yeah.
It's just the hassle of a trailer. I've been actually looking, because I got my Harbor Freight trailer, and I got the ladder racks that actually fit that, so I could actually put 2 boats on that Harbor Freight trailer. But I've been looking for ladder racks for my truck too, for my Tacoma. My problem is
the Tacoma is very specific.
Yeah, the Tacoma is very specific, and I'm trying to find one that'll work with that backflip, the revolver.
Your roller, your bed.
Yeah, the tonneau cover. So
I know
it's really tricky.
We
It's
had to
really
go
tricky.
Thule and get the pieces for the tracks for the Tacoma,
Yeah, it's
which
tricky.
makes it tricky.
And-
Or you can find a really cheap one because someone's getting rid of them and no one will buy it because it's specific to the.
True. Have you ever come across that? The way that the revolver works, it had to relocate my tracks.
Oh,
So my T tracks are in the bed of my Tacoma have been relocated, so they are dropped down below where they normally are.
yeah.
And they're supposedly on e-trailer, some ladder racks that'll work with that kind of a system,
Yeah.
but they work with the flip tonneau covers.
Oh.
And I have the revolver, and it's got that track that grabs the pieces on the sides.
Yeah.
So I'm just not 100% sure it's going to work. So I'm just out there looking for solutions, just playing around, seeing what's out there, so what I can do. But I've got the trailer and I've got the ladder racks for the trailer.
Yeah.
So I could actually put 2 boats on that trailer that stands right now.
We'll see. It might. I don't know if it'll happen super fast because the truck will work. I think what we'll have to do is like the Outback people did. Just put, one boat goes in, the other one goes in. You take the seat box out. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't have anything fixed in my boat, so everything's pretty removable.
What if you put? The other thing I was thinking about is to just do a rack system on the top of the truck, on the roof of the truck.
Yeah.
Okay, instead of a ladder rack. So then you could actually get up. You could get the first boat in the bed of the truck,
Well,
and then you actually get up in the bed of the truck, and then all you're doing is picking it up onto the racks on top, and then you slide the second boat into the bed of the truck.
Well, I'll say, I think our problem though, from the get go, like when I got to his house, is my boat was already loaded. So if we did it, either unload my boat really quick or have if the
It's not
first
like that
boat's
takes
not in the
long.
bed of the truck, it's not a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
So eventually, like I said, if having a nice little reliable trailer, he puts a hitch on his Hyundai, or I don't know what he has. Yeah, Hyundai, and my Outback will have a little those are totally acceptable pulling around with like my Outback
Yeah.
and his car, his little SUV,
Well,
and even my truck for work.
So I was excited about for the Titans with the rudder system underneath the boat that doesn't flip like my Old Town.
yeah, but you got to be careful.
Yeah, now trying to move that boat around, it's like
Oh, you just do it in reverse. I take my rudder off if I'm doing it. It takes 2 seconds.
you take your rudder off.
Yeah, it's better than breaking it. It's just a Phillips screwdriver.
True. I actually really need
It's like
to go
the
ahead
pro
and-
and a con because I hate that they don't flip down. But if you're trying to angle the boat from the back end.
I need to talk to you. One thing I noticed today is the turning is really sluggish on that Titan, and I probably just need to tighten up the. Or is that just a thing that?
No, so I thought I had my dad set pretty good Saturday night for using it Sunday, and then we're out there the whole time, and he's like, this boat sucks turning, or like the turning's way too tight. He had his bag on top of the.
Oh no!
We get out, and then like it's so smooth.
Well, mine is like it's like you either got to go all the way one way or
Yeah.
all the way the other. So I'm guessing
we
I
got to look at.
don't have something set up right. It's
We'll
like
double check it.
woo all the way one
Because
way
I
or all the way
think
the other.
usually I check the rudders. I think when I delivered yours, they were still like fully wrapped up. Remember?
Oh yeah. I had to put
Yeah.
all of my boat together. Remember?
I got them to you quickly, though, right?
You did get them to me quickly,
Yeah.
but I had to put it all together. But and that's fine. I don't mind that because I wanted to actually learn
Yeah.
all the bits, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But there were some things like that you do every day when you're putting those boats together
Yeah.
that I probably didn't know to do or
As I
didn't
go
think
through,
about.
I check
so.
rudder. I double check rudder cable, the tightness, I check the bolt.
Yeah.
Something's
hey,
still over
Alexa.
from Amazon. Yeah, that's what my dad said his was doing. But
Yeah.
like my dad said, he had his whole bag on top. But if you put a lot of stuff on top of that, it keeps the whole thing moving.
No, I didn't have
Oh.
anything on top of it.
That's what
I
you did.
I had my milk crate is in the back,
Yeah.
and so the whole rudder system in the back that sits
Yeah.
it was all free.
Because I
There's
see
nothing on it.
people quickly wanting to, like it's all, the native things on the Facebooks. These people are crazy. I wish sometimes people would use a search button instead of like I see the same things repetitively every day. I'm like, just
Every
look
day.
it up. I see a lot of people instantly want to put the Burley Pros and switch
Yeah.
everything out. Like I did put a Boondocks rudder on mine because I thought it was cool and I liked it.
Well,
But I have no issues turning on my like with the stock rudder system, like the stock cable and stuff.
Well, I think for me, it's just not set up right.
Yeah, we'll
It's
just
just
tweak it.
it's
I do
probably,
house calls.
It's probably where it needs to be tightened up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think if there's anything, that's all there is.
Yeah.
And like I said, you do it every day. I don't do it every day. So
Not really. I can't get natives for a while. They totally shut everyone's
Well, you've
orders
done
off.
a lot more of them than I have. What does the shipping look like now for boats?
Oh, as of like end of February, early March,
Okay.
dealers cannot place any more orders till August 2nd. Like totally shut it off.
So you can't even place an order.
I can't even call them and say, "Hey, Steve, can I order 15 more Titans?" He just
Okay.
won't even he won't even accept it.
Okay.
Now, as things kind of hopefully level out this summer with the like saturation of used and stuff like that, it might move up. But the amount of boats I still could sell is ridiculous. If I ordered 40 Titans of whatever sort, it might be exaggerating, but I might not have any left. That's how many phone
wild.
calls, emails, whatever I get.
So people are looking.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're willing to travel
Yeah,
at this point. They're just trying to find somebody that's got a boat.
yeah.
So they could be 3 or 4 or 5 hours away. And I see that on the Facebook groups all the time.
people are looking
boats.
everywhere.
Yeah, looking
It's
everywhere.
like paddles. I got my bending branches order, but I planned out 5 bending branches orders for every month
okay.
back in October, starting April, May, June, July.
Oh, I still need to talk to you about oars.
With
Paddles.
I think I have 2 in May, 1 for Reynolds, but I have 100 something plus paddles I've already planned out, and I did that luckily because they're quoting if you order now like September for paddles.
Yeah. Wow.
So I've already booked it out, so they already have it planned. So it's great for me.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
That
for
plan is
business.
good.
Except when you realize you left something on the table because if you could have sold more. That's aggravating.
True. I think I'm going to do well with paddles but I also placed a ridiculous inflatable company order for like recreational paddle boards and stuff.
But here's the thing though, is it's kind of artificial.
Yeah.
So that you if you planned on trying to sell those numbers next
Can't
year,
forecast that.
you can't
Oh, yeah.
because you're getting phone calls, like I said, from people that are hours away that you're not normally going to hear
Yeah.
from. So those aren't
Exactly.
true customers in your backyard. So somebody's going to get burned on it. Somebody's going to actually order a whole bunch of boats for 2022
Yeah.
and going to get caught short because I don't know if this is. I'm hoping that COVID is soon to be a thing that we're not going to have to think too much about. I'm going to tell you, when I was traveling to Texas, the mask wearing here in Maryland is on point
Compared to everywhere else.
compared to Southwest Virginia, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana. It is I was very cautious because I'm traveling, but you walk into a gas station in Texas or Louisiana, there's the only people in there wearing masks.
I noticed
are
that when I
people
went
that
to
have
North Carolina.
The people that are working. So that's it. Ain't nobody else wearing them. So
I think that
that's it.
I'll be up in the Catskills in 2 episodes from now. It's only like 3 weeks away. I'll be trout fishing the whole time.
Nice.
I was going Sunday through Saturday. I think I'm going to cut that a couple days short.
Okay.
I'll take what I can get, but I don't know if I go too long. It's just
Yeah.
more stuff stacks up. So I'll take it.
Yeah.
So I'll probably actually come home Thursday afternoon, fish for Thursday morning, and
Cool.
we were supposed to do a big drift day on Friday, which I'm gonna miss. So I'll take it.
Oh, Robert said he's just showing up better late than never. He was at Myrtle Grove this evening, caught a nice 2-pound fish.
Oh.
Hey, Robert, were you at Seven Ponds or were you at Myrtle Grove proper, the big pond? Tell me which one you were at.
Real quick, Charles just said, he said there's dang Hobie people. I've actually been out on the Bonafide mostly since I picked it up from you. Oh, I got to see how you've been liking that.
Charles picked up his first snakehead.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Congratulations on that, Charles. Did you? And I don't think he kept it. I don't think he ate it. But Charles, next time you're in that neck of the woods, bring yourself a cooler, buddy, because that's good stuff. Okay, Robert, big pond in the shallows. Yeah, up in where the lilies come in, where the pads come in later in the season.
Who is Terry Serene and typed in Shonda Dean? Do you know her?
Yeah, I do. I don't know what that is though.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. The big pond up in the shallows. Yeah, that's where the pads come in. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a bunch of stumps up in there. Robert, I don't know if you located a bunch of those, but there are a lot of stumps up in those shallows on the big pond over at Myrtle Grove. And you can really score good fish around those. And then also in the big pond at Myrtle Grove, along the dam side, early in the morning and late in the afternoon, working parallel to that pond. You can to the dam on the back side of that pond. You can really score some good fish there as well.
Yeah.
In the big pond at Myrtle Grove. I fished that a few times last year. Have you fished that lately? You
Myrtle
went over
Grove?
there? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever fished it.
Really?
The only
The
time
big
I go out
pond.
there, I've either been to your club or I go to Madwoman.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I'm not much in that freshwater stuff. but
fishing my club ponds is a lot like fishing seven
Oh, okay.
ponds. You know, it's just,
you
one's
got to drag
public,
it all through. You don't have to drag it through everything.
so you
in
don't
your
have to
club.
drag, you don't have to drag it
No, I
through-
back the
down a
truck up to like the
football field.
water. Yeah, just shove it right on out. Oh crap! Oh no!
I'm gonna get some fishing in, some freshwater fishing in over in that neck of the woods here in the next week or two. I still haven't decided whether I'm gonna fish KBF. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm gonna fish it this year. Sorry, Charles. Just not.
We don't have to apologize to him.
No, because he would always beat me. I have to apologize to
Just-
Charles.
that was-
Charles is always.
I had to do that.
Charles is always. His name was always above mine on those leaderboards. Those Eastern Shore boys, tough to compete with. You want to do a little of this or that, Joey? You want to do a
Yeah.
little of that? We
Oh,
got
I was
some.
telling you. So most people here, knife people.
Uh-huh.
Well, I assume outdoorsmen. So I broke my. I also play with this like a fidget spinner.
Hold it up to the camera. Show people what you're talking about.
That's my. It's just I carry this.
It's
I
Joey's
carry it every day.
Very dangerous fidget spinner.
It's a horrible fidget spinner. It takes 24 to 30 days to process a warranty. So I'm getting a brand new
I have
knife.
a Leatherman. I carry a Leatherman.
I like Gerber. I like whatever
Oh.
whatever good company. It's just, I happen to like this one.
Yeah.
I broke it probably because I played with it too much. 24
Yeah.
to 30 days to process a warranty, and then it's got to ship.
Good grief.
That's ridiculously long.
So what did you do to break it?
Probably playing with it, but
But no, what
remember
broke?
this thing really this thing really when you open it, it
Yeah.
flips out really fast.
Yeah.
The whole backside that holds all that piece in
Uh-huh.
just fell out.
So how have you got it working now?
So if I don't use this safety lock, it'll close on me.
Uh-huh.
It's got a safety like a gun would.
Yeah.
Similar concept. And I tightened it up, but this was really floppy.
Okay. Yeah. I see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that could open up in your pants.
Oh yeah.
Don't want to have that happen.
No.
No.
So I'm always
You're
at
already
safety,
at a
but
disadvantage
safety
over there.
also acts like a fidget. New fixed blade Damascus. Oh man, I do like me some Damascus steel.
Oh yeah, Casey got a beautiful knife for her birthday. Happy birthday,
Is that to
Casey.
ward off all the people at Asbury?
I don't know what it
I
is.
saw her running 2 weeks ago. I was doing a demo at Asbury, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to look like hey, a weird guy driving a big truck and trailer over
like
there.
you do with me when I see you going toot toot toot.
I did a demo and she was running, but like I said, I had it hooked up to my truck in the trailer, and I'm like, no.
I'll show you the picture of the knife that Casey got for her birthday.
You know, there's a set of
Beautiful knife.
like full-on samurai-looking swords at the thrift store next door in the window.
Why don't you go get them?
I want to get them and put them above my fireplace.
Let's get them and
I might. I had Jeff
do
might have
something
kicked
with
me out.
them. I don't know what we could do with them. We could dull
We
them
play
and
Peter
have,
Pan.
I don't know, but we could have some kind of fun. Go make some videos, cutting up some
like
watermelons.
watermelon
Or
and
something.
some-
We could get some snakehead and see which blade goes through the snakehead the easiest and the fastest. Just
Peter might come after this for that one.
they're snakehead. Who cares? That's no big deal. That's what you're supposed to do with them. You're supposed to cut them up. Do you want to do this or that?
Sure.
Yeah, Fruit Ninja. We do Fish Ninja. We could do Fish Ninja.
Is that like what the JTP does?
Okay, Sean, good that you're still here. This was Sean's. He sent me this. So, Joey, you got to state what you know. What you know. This is playing off of our catch and release versus harvest, this or that from a couple weeks ago. But you have a state record fish in the boat. What do? Catch and release, or do you harvest the fish to get the record?
I don't care about records. I don't want to sound like
Okay.
not a big deal. I don't just throw the fish back.
Okay.
Take a
So you-
pic. If I really want anything, I'll take a picture.
Take a picture. I always take pictures. I take pictures of all of my fish.
I don't take a lot of pictures anymore, but
I take pictures of pretty much all my fish.
I took pictures Saturday or that Sunday because it was the I want to call it the Yakka Bass. I've been watching a lot of Greg Blanchard. The yak anglers meet up.
Okay.
I took pictures and stuff, but it's not like a.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I like taking pictures.
I don't
of
want
my
to sound
fish.
like I don't know. Someone's gonna beat it, so like, it's not a big deal to me.
State record fish, though. Catch and release or harvest. I guess it, and Chris answered this, and I thought Chris had a good answer in the Fort Hill Kayak Anglers Facebook group.
The Faka?
Yeah. He said, it depends on the fish. If it's a rockfish or a redfish or a speck, something like that, it's going to go back. If it's a snakehead, probably going to hold on to it. If it's a snakehead, I think it's a hands down.
I do not want to handle that thing, though.
Could you imagine that? It'd be like a 17-pound snakehead.
Then I would take a baseball bat to it.
It probably still wouldn't
like
take
Chief
care
Brody.
of it. But if it's like a catfish, I think a catfish I would keep.
That'd be disgusting catching it. No, thank you.
No, thank you, huh?
I will slap one of those things in the mouth.
So I guess maybe if it's a game fish, there's no way I'm keeping a largemouth. I would never keep a largemouth. I don't even care. I would take a picture. I'd get measurements. I'd try to, I'd do what I could do. But that fish is going back in the water.
Yeah.
There's just no way. And same with the rockfish.
Yeah.
There's just no way. There's no way that fish is going back in the water. But a snakehead or a catfish or some other kind of thing like that, yeah, that's coming with me. That's coming with me. Nobody in the live stream. Sean, I thought you would have answered, or maybe Joey's butt dumb internet connection. Yeah, catch.
Oh, you're not bringing it to this podcast.
No, because we're not doing Zoom and all the other things. So, yeah, it especially if it's a largemouth or a rockfish, it's going back in the water. Second item, Joey. This week's this or that. Multi-tool or pliers in the boat.
I like pliers. I have a couple pairs. I usually keep two with me.
Pliers?
Yeah, I just see a lot of people use like Leatherman or something, or like those multi-tool plier things.
Multi-tools for me, like on the boat, they always get rusty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of moving parts.
I like cheap pliers because if they go in the drink, so what? They're cheap pliers. They're $5, $6 pair of pliers. I'm not spending a lot of money on a pair of pliers.
Yeah.
And if they get rusty, I keep 2 or 3 extras. I'll buy them at Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
And so what?
I think my best plier, I still have them. I can't get, like the things, I lose stuff. I can't get rid of these. I have these blue and green ones. They came out years ago. They were like the.
Oh, I remember
time,
those. Yeah,
like
yeah.
they float.
Yeah.
The jaws are replaceable.
It's like a bright green and a bright blue, like a Seahawks colors. Yeah.
Like the sick jerseys.
Yeah.
It was. Anyway, I got it at Boaters Roll, and Boaters Roll was going out of business.
Okay.
At the time, they were like $40 pliers. I got them for like $4.
Yeah.
And they're still in the seat tray of my Titan right now. I can't get rid of them.
So one of the things that I did,
and they don't rust because they're not metal.
I have the little boomerang snips. Because if you use a lot of braided line.
Yeah, I got those on a zinger.
Yeah.
I put mine on a zinger.
And I put them on, so I'll tie those. So those I do
up.
quality. Yeah. No, they're stainless. They hold up. My boomerangs hold up. Yeah. They sat in the bottom of the boat that was full of water there and came out just fine.
So you're the one who left your boats out in the open. You got this nice place for kayak storage you're going to set up.
Going up and down that hill, absolutely. So, yeah, for me, it's And I want to roll back through because we got a bunch of comments. Sean said he thought about that previous this or that because he got a big pickerel at the lake and he got him thinking about it. Robert says catch and release. Phil is catch and release. Or CPR, catch, photo, and release. Patrick, he was agreeing he'd do the same. And then we flipped over to the plier conversation. Michael said he's carrying pliers. Paul said he doesn't trophy hunt, so he's definitely going to let it go. Phil said pliers. Paul said pliers. Robert said pliers. Casey said pliers. Sean said he's still talking about his pickerel back in 1954. It was a 6-pound pickerel. I've caught a big pickerel, and I've done the same thing.
I thought Sean was younger than that.
Sean, I've done the same thing. I've caught a pickerel that you go, oh, man, this is a big pickerel. And then you look at it and you go, well, it's only like half the size of what the state record is.
Wait till we go muskie fishing.
Aluminum pliers for Patrick from Walmart and definitely Sean pliers. I think everybody's looking at the pliers. The multi-tools are just too complicated. Just way too complicated. And
I'm still on my my hunt for pursuing turkeys.
For what?
Pursuing turkeys with longbows. Just saying that what you're talking about.
Yeah, you need to find somebody that can take you out and guide you on that adventure.
I don't need that.
Where are you going to go get a big longbow and go get a turkey?
Oh, I'm an excellent archer.
There were turkeys all over Texas. You literally could not. And also inchworms, which the first day in Texas, it was like the inchworms, like, oh, cute little inchworm. Then I found out that some of them bite. Did you know that an inchworm?
Why would you yeah.
I didn't know they would bite you because there was like big ones and there was little ones and there was fat ones and there's just, they come out of the trees.
Some as big as your head?
It's like the first day, it was like, oh, let's put it over on the bush. And then the second day, it's like they're everywhere. It's like flick, 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 flick. And you're smacking them on your neck. They're just everywhere. Just gross. Just gross. Beef jerky or peanuts when you're in the boat?
Sean said he's got some turkeys behind his house. I'm going to use this season to prep. Sorry, we're going back to the turkeys.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I would say Sean's got some.
You're prepping for the longbow? First step, you got to get a longbow.
Yeah, but I'm pretty efficient with a bow. I was shooting a longbow the last few times in North Carolina.
Okay.
I really want to. I want to buy once, so I want to make sure I get it right. Not buy something that's just going to fall apart. And then, do a little shooting. Go over to like Marcus or someone's house that's got a big farm.
You could shoot bows.
I go shoot at your house.
You can shoot bows at my house. Yeah.
The Faka archers. Anyway,
Fort Hill kayak archers.
Fort Hill.
I don't know what it could be. Hey, we'll come up with something. Kill the turkey archer.
I'll be the turkey eradicator.
All right, I asked you, beef jerky or peanuts when you're in the boat on the water?
I put that because it's a lot of times I put stuff I have to think about.
Okay.
Because over time eating a lot of jerky, it kind of my jaw. I don't know. I eat a lot of nuts. I take a lot of chocolate chips and peanuts and I mix them up.
Jerky gets caught in my teeth.
Yeah, I would say jerky, and then over time you start gnawing in the back of your, and your like your gums or something. I don't know what it is or what to call it. But
they don't get caught in my teeth anymore.
Yeah,
but it just falls out.
I don't know. I think a mix of jerky. I don't know. I've been eating a lot of peanuts and M&Ms when I've been on the kayak.
So my go-to
sunflower seeds.
My go-to is the peanut M&M. That's my go-to, the peanut M&M on the kayak.
Yeah,
absolutely my go-to.
They don't melt.
Yeah, they don't melt. But I discovered because I was doing the travel into Texas, and my one of my normal travel things is to get sunflower seeds. You eat them in the truck.
Yeah.
With no front teeth, it's really hard to eat sunflower seeds right now. And it was horrible to actually have them in there. I tried my best, but it didn't work.
My dad got me hooked. I just buy a jar of the already shelled and put a cheekful in, and then you eat them like one by one.
You're missing half the fun though.
I've had a lot. Like I was talking 5 years of commuting, and I used to eat sunflower seeds. There's so many shells stuck in my truck in places I don't know where.
All over. Okay, wow, we got a lot of responses.
Yeah.
Sean chews on turkeys while he's on his boat. Michael says jerky. Phil says jerky. And we're kind of mixed bag here. Patrick with the peanuts. Casey with the peanuts. Sean, oddball, eating turkeys and apples. He eats apples. Apple's probably a pretty good boat food, though.
Do you throw your apple core overboard?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
At that point in time?
Robert, peanuts. Phil, tried your Pop-Tart trick and came in clutch with that.
Oh, yes, I do usually in the summertime take a lot of Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, but then things went off the rail. Michael wants you to call 3J's Archery. Sean wants to do new kayak bow fishing thing. Your dad said jerky, and also he eats barbecue ribs and chicken in his kayak.
I told you about it. We always did that. I think we're doing it this year. Captain Mike Starrett, Indian Head Charters, when we started doing that like when I was 20.
Yeah.
I've been doing it almost. I haven't done it every year with my dad, but before your evening of fishing, he brings ribs and chicken from that place. Yeah. Best chicken I've ever had.
Yeah. We would always, when I was a kid and we were going to go out on a charter boat or go fishing the next day, you get chicken the night before and put it in the fridge, and then you have cold chicken.
When I was a kid,
on point.
Going out with my dad and his friend Mark, and we'd all go out. He would get a bucket of chicken. My dad will probably say it was like at Roy's at the time or something. Roy's did chicken.
Yep.
and then take it on the boat the next day and cold
Yep.
fried chicken.
Yep. And then as soon as you that
Like,
was
talk
the
about like
recipe. That was a recipe if it was slow fishing.
Yeah.
As soon as you put a piece of chicken in your hand,
Yeah.
that's when the fish
Talk
are
about
on.
like a childhood flashback.
Yep. Cold Royal Farms chicken on the boat is the best.
Man,
Patrick,
Royal Farm.
there it is.
I love
Patrick
Royal
knows
Farm.
what he's got going on.
Yeah.
Okay, last item on this week's This or That, Joey, and I think this is going to be a tough one for you, and I think it may be one of those things that you wrote and you needed to think about. Greg Blanchard or Christine Fisher?
I know that it's tough.
Well,
don't
Blanchard's mostly a freshwater guy, so so is
Both
Christine.
are.
Yeah, both are.
You know, she fishes ice. Mm-hmm. I think Greg has nicer legs. No,
You were
I don't know.
saving
I think Greg has always done a really good job. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think Christine gets a. I don't know.
I love her enthusiasm.
She does get very. They're both really good. I like to see them head to head. That'd be a really cool tournament.
Like head to head, like put their YouTube videos head to head.
No, I mean like fishing.
I think she'd outfish him.
Each do it. I don't know.
Oh, I think she'd outfish him. That girl does her homework
So
on
does
the
he.
waters that she's going to fish. I don't know. I'd hate to say that. I
don't know how many of
much in
our.
there.
Now that we've turned into a kayak fishing podcast, but I don't know. Greg's a pretty good fisherman.
Yeah, but you know what? I know his videos. I know his videos more for what he talks about, the kayaks and the setup and all that kind of stuff.
He hasn't done those in so long now.
But that seems to be the
He does
thing that
so
I've
many
watched.
tournaments.
Wow,
Max.
Max, you
He had
okay
drive
down
out,
there?
yeah. He was sleeping like smiling over there.
Oh, you okay, buddy? He's wagging his tail.
Oh yeah, he's had like this weird cough every so often, especially with pollen.
I'm
I'm gonna go Greg Blanchard.
You're gonna go Greg Blanchard. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go Christine Fisher.
Yeah, I bet you would.
No, she is just fun to watch fish. She's infectious. She's just
Well, so is Greg.
I know, but I don't know.
Works full time.
I don't
Goes
know.
and slays the tournaments on the weekends.
Yeah. What does he do? Do you know? Oh, he's a PT.
He's a traveling physical therapist.
Yeah. We talked about that before, and I think she is a full time. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes when the pollen. He's had this lately. We've been to the doctors.
Oh, poor boy. It's okay, Max. Max is okay.
He's
Everybody.
gonna go spoon me in bed soon anyway. He usually does.
Definitely Christine Fisher for me.
Yeah.
Nobody in the live stream has any input on
I don't
that.
know if anyone
they're
watches.
like, we don't even know what these guys
Well,
are
if
talking
you're looking for
about.
a good YouTube channel, because cable
both
is
of
dead.
them. Both of them.
Both are great.
Let's do
Greg's
that.
better.
I will put links to both of their YouTube channels in the show notes, and y'all can go and look at it and decide and come back next week and
There's
report.
a lot of freaking like every time I'm on the native.
That reverse knees, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys could actually hear what noise
Max.
poor Max was making. That's a horrible noise.
He just has had like this cough. And the vets, I don't know, we've done stuff and they're like, oh, it's just my. Yeah.
He's a dog.
Anyway, and he's about to turn 13. I feel like everyone has come out with this new and great YouTube channel, like on the native forums.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, God,
Yeah.
check out my review of the Titan 12. Yeah, you and 400 other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check out Greg Blanchard's review of the Titan.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's doing it now. Well, that's 'cause
It's starting to get annoying.
not everybody does it well, though, so it's kind of easy.
There are some good ones, but I'm
There's some
like,
good ones.
I think it's a little redundant now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay, you got anything else before we shut this thing down, Joey?
no, it's past my bedtime.
Okay. Thanks, everybody, for listening and watching this episode of the Maryland Fishing Line. If you're looking to get in touch with us, facebook.com/Angler Magazine Chesapeake. I'm on Instagram at Chesapeake Angler and at BN Rains. Joey, how can folks get in touch with you?
Call me.
Call him.
410-394. I don't know.
Do you even know the number?
410-231-3850.
Yeah, that's a number.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can call that number. Yeah, you call that
Yeah,
number.
leave us a voicemail.
There we go.
I'm at Joey Sikorsky 24 or Pack Paddle Sports.
Send us a message on the Instagrams, and I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. It's hard with so many different Instagram accounts to keep up with it. So
It's even worse when you turn off all your notifications.
I did the same thing trying to get my phone to not be blowing up all the time, and it didn't work. YouTube.com/Chesapeake Angler. You can find us there. Thanks, Joey. It's good to be back with you this week. Good back in the saddle, so to speak, from Texas. I'm excited to be home, and I'm excited for this season's fishing to start.
Yeah, it's here.
Okay. We'll talk to you guys again next week.
Love you, bye.
Love you. Bye. Oh, man, I didn't hit record. No, I did. Good night, everybody on the live stream.